Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be talking about Middle Eastern fragrances. So if you want to smell like an Arab Sheikh, you can check out these top 5 recommendations. So as you know, Middle Eastern fragrances have rose and oud as their main notes. So the fragrances that I am mentioning today also have these as the prominent notes. So I will start with number 5, and this is a clone, but actually this is a very solid clone of the fragrance called Oud Satin Mood from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and this is called Oud Satin, and it's from Ministry of Oud. This smells like 90 percentage close to that fragrance, and the original fragrance by MFK is very expensive, can cost like $300. You see the purple color juice, this gives the exact same smell. Wow. So this has a very nice jammy rose mixed with oud and incense. You get lot of incense, but the rose here is very jammy. It's very sweet, and you get that uh, in India we call it as gulkand. It's a rose based smell of gulkand you get from this one. This is number 5. And on number 4, we have from the house of Amouage. You must be very familiar with this scent. It's a very popular from the house of Amouage. That is Jubilation Man. So this is not the typical rosewood scent. This has prominent notes of blackberry, honey, incense, and lot of other notes. And this smells very matured. And people say this is a smell of like kings, like Arab kings and all. I can relate to that. And so this is a bit different compared to the other typical Middle Eastern rose oud combos. So this is a bit more complex with lot of notes, with oud as a prominent note. So you can check out Jubilation from Amouage. On number 3, it's from the house of Lancome, and the fragrance is Oud Bouquet from Lancome. This is also a rosewood scent, but it has note of praline that gives you nice chocolatey kind of smell. Imagine rose oud mixed with a bit of a chocolate smell. This is so the dry down goes in a chocolatey direction. The opening of this fragrance is very strong and piercing. So some might be put off, but just wait for the dry down to happen. It's a beast mode fragrance, lasts a long time, projects like crazy in the first 2 hours, and this also gives that typical Middle Eastern shake kind of smell you get from Lancome Oud Bouquet. A solid recommendation from my side. And on number 2, this is a fragrance from the house of Histories de Parfums. This is a niche fragrance, and it's called Fidelis. You can see the nice rose gold bottle. And this fragrance is compared to another fragrance from Amouage, that is Interlude Man. Interlude is called the blue beast in Fracco. It's very strong, but I would say this is interlude with added coffee and raspberry, and very intoxicating smell. This is one of my favorite rose oud chocolate coffee raspberry kind of fragrance. Wow, just amazing. You get this kind of smell like it's like a burning bakhur kind of smell. When you if you were in Dubai and you are going through the malls, if you're passing by, you can smell that intoxicating aroma of oud and the incense sticks they burn in the mall. So this smell is reminiscent to that, but this has more gourmandy notes, prominent notes of raspberry mixed with coffee, oud. It's an intoxicating scent. So this is another scent that will remind you of Arab Sheikhs. And on number 1, it's an incredible scent, and it's from the house of Moresque. It's called Emiro. Emiro translates to Amir. True to the name, it gives you the feeling of a rich what you call rich, maybe very rich sultan or sheikh living in Saudi Arabia. That's the vibe you get with this fragrance. And this has rose, oud, and amber as well. And this fragrance is compared to a very expensive niche fragrance from Roja Parfums, that is amber oud. I haven't smelled amber oud, but people say this gives that similar kind of experience. And this is much cheaper when compared to the original. This is not a cheap, but when compared to the Roja amber oud, this is a very solid option. So this is a very sexy rose oud amber combination. You get a bit of powdery feel also. And so if you want to smell like a rich Saudi Arab prince, you can check out Emiro from Moresque. So these are my top 5 solid recommendation for Middle Eastern fragrances. I haven't included any cheap ones, only my number 5, that is Oud Satin. This is a clone. So yeah, so these are the top 5 solid recommendations. I would suggest you guys to check out if you want to smell like a Middle Eastern Saudi Arab or Dubai Sheikh. Thank you.